Welcome back to the DragonCruiser, where we cut through the tech hype with no mercy. Today, we're diving into the Huawei MateBook Fold Ultimate Design.
Huawei MateBook Fold Ultimate Design. MateBook Fold Ultimate Design.
A so-called laptop that's got me fuming. Spoiler alert, this thing is a shiny, overpriced toy dressed up in a misleading name. And I'm here to tell you why it's a massive letdown. At $3,300 to $3,700, Huawei's trying to sell you a dream, but it's more like a nightmare for anyone expecting a real PC. Buckle up, because we're about to roast this thing. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. First off, Huawei wants you to think the MateBook Fold is some groundbreaking invention, the future of laptops. Wrong. This is not the first foldable laptop, not by a long shot. Lenovo dropped the ThinkPad X1 Fold back in 2020, 5 years ago. Asus followed with the Zenbook 17 Fold OLED in 2022. Huawei's rolling in with sales starting June 2025, acting like they invented the wheel. Newsflash, they're late to the party, and they're bringing recycled ideas. The MateBook Fold boasts an 18-inch LTPO OLED display. Sure, it's big, bright at 1,600 nits and has a fancy water drop hinge that minimizes creases. Cool, right? Except Lenovo's ThinkPad X1 Fold Gen 2 already has a 16.3-inch OLED with no visible crease, and Asus's 17.3-inch FOLED isn't far behind. The detachable keyboard? Been done. The virtual keyboard on the touchscreen? Old news. Huawei's not innovating here. They're just polishing features Lenovo and Asus already nailed. For a company charging a premium, you'd expect something truly new, not a rehash of 2020 tech with a bigger screen. Now let's talk about the real scam, the MateBook name. If you've heard of Huawei's MateBook line, like the MateBook X Pro, you know it's synonymous with sleek, Windows-powered laptops. Solid PCs, great for work, no complaints. So when Huawei slaps MateBook on this Fold, you're thinking, sweet, a foldable Windows laptop. Nope, this thing runs HarmonyOS 5, Huawei's tablet-like OS, not Windows. That's a bait and switch that's got me heated. Calling it a laptop is bad enough. But using the MateBook brand, tied to Huawei's Windows legacy, is straight-up misleading. You're led to expect a full PC experience, but what you get is a glorified tablet with a keyboard. Huawei's marketing pitches this as a productivity beast for professionals with its 18-inch display and detachable keyboard. But without Windows, it's not a PC. It's a fancy iPad wannabe. If you're expecting to run Adobe Photoshop, AutoCAD, or any serious business software, you're out of luck. This branding trick is a slap in the face to anyone who trusts the MateBook name. Let's get to the worst part, HarmonyOS 5. Huawei claims it'll have over 2,000 apps by the end of 2025. 2,000? Are you kidding me? That's barely better than nothing for a device they're calling a laptop. Windows 11, which powers the ThinkPad X1 Fold and Zenbook 17 Fold, has millions of apps, everything from Microsoft Office to niche enterprise tools. With the MateBook Fold, you're stuck with WPS Office and a handful of apps that might work for basic emails or note-taking. But good luck running anything specialized. You might think, okay, I'll use web-based apps like Google Docs. Sure, that works. Until you're offline or need something like QuickBooks or SAP. Huawei's Xiaoyi AI assistant can summarize documents or make slides, but that's cute, not game-changing. For $3,300, you're paying for a device that can't handle most professional workflows. Compare that to the ThinkPad X1 Fold at $2,500 or the Zenbook at $3,500. Both run Windows 11, giving you full access to the software you need. Why would you shell out more for less? It's like buying a Ferrari with a bicycle engine. Speaking of price, let's talk about this wallet-destroying nonsense. The MateBook Fold starts at $3,328 for 32 gigabytes RAM and 1 terabyte storage, going up to $3,744 for 2 terabytes. That's premium MacBook Pro territory. For what? A stunning 18-inch LTPO OLED, a lightweight 1.16 kilogram body, and a fancy hinge? Sure, it's sleek, but you're paying through the nose for hardware that's crippled by HarmonyOS. The ThinkPad X1 Fold is $800 cheaper and runs Windows, and even the Zenbook, at a similar price, gives you a full PC experience. Oh, and it's only available in China right now. So, unless you're in China or willing to jump through import hoops, good luck getting one. Why pay a premium for a device that's not even globally available? The Lenovo and Asus foldables are out worldwide, no hassle. Huawei's basically saying, pay us top dollar for a shiny toy you can't even use properly. That's not innovation, that's arrogance. Huawei's marketing screams business professional with that big screen and detachable keyboard, but let's be real. This thing is not suitable for business. Most business software, think Microsoft Dynamics, Tableau, or even basic Excel macros, won't run on HarmonyOS. You're stuck with web apps or cloud workarounds, which are a pain if your connection drops or your company's IT policies block them. The ThinkPad X1 Fold and Zenbook 17 Fold, with Windows 11, handle these tasks without breaking a sweat. The MateBook Fold's 18-inch display is great for presentations. But what's the point if you can't run PowerPoint natively with all its features? The detachable keyboard in Virtual Keyboard. Cool. But Asus and Lenovo did those years ago, and they work with a real OS. Huawei's trying to sell this as a productivity powerhouse, but it's a fancy media tablet at best, not a business tool. So who's this MateBook Fold for? Maybe Huawei fanboys in China who love their ecosystem and don't need real PC apps? But for the rest of us, it's a hard pass. You're paying $3,300, $3,700 for a device that's not the first foldable laptop, recycles features from Lenovo and Asus, and comes with a laughably limited OS. The MateBook name is a deceptive trick, making you think you're getting a PC when it's just a shiny toy. If you want a foldable laptop that actually works for business, get the ThinkPad X1 Fold for $2,500 or the Zenbook 17 Fold for $3,500. Both give you Windows 11 and real PC power. DragonCruisers, don't fall for Huawei's hype. Save your money and avoid this overpriced gimmick. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Am I too harsh or is Huawei out of line? Smash that like button, subscribe for more tech takedowns, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next roast. This is the DragonCruiser signing off.